I want to commend and really appreciate Archbishop Sapit of the ACK, a church in this country, for today taking a very firm position that the church, especially the ACK churches, will not be used by politicians to settle scores and talk things which are not being useful to Kenyans. I am very, very proud Anglican today. Number three, I want to join hands with my Archbishop in saying that what we are seeing from the Gen Z today and the millennials today, calling to be listened to, he has emphasized on the need for the leaders and address the president, that these children just require to be heard. And it is because they are feeling left out for good reasons which I can relate with. I'm on the ground, and like we say, things are not looking good. The cost of living in Kenya has continued to go up. But importantly, the leadership has failed to engage in meaningful dialogue so that they can be able to explain to the ordinary Kenyans and these our young children, the Gen Zs and the millennials, really what is happening and what are the contents of the finance bill and how they are going to address the rising cost of living in this country. I do appreciate that His Excellency the President also has indicated willingness to dialogue and listen to these young the Gen Z generation and the millennials. This is the only way this country will move forward. Failing which, I am not so sure they are going to stop, going on to demonstrate. And to the Gen Zs, I think they are only asking to be listened to, peacefully demonstrating because it is their right. It is a right of any Kenyan to picket today. And therefore, if I may not be qualified to advise the government of Kenya today, but dialogue becomes a critical element of moving this country forward, economically, socially, politically, and otherwise. From where I see it, and this is my very personal opinion, is that the government has gotten away with other things that the citizens were not happy with and have really pushed down some of the laws and policies and things that Kenyans were not very comfortable with in the past. I single out the housing levy. And because that passed, I think that they have assumed even the finance bill, as had been tabled, was going to also sail through. But they have met their match now. The older generation where I belong may be a bit slow and maybe more rational, but the Gen Zs are not just intelligent, but they are too empowered. And you can see the way they are organizing themselves effortlessly. And it's because the cost of living has affected everyone, the young, the old, all alike. And so they are just asking to be listened to. And how I wish that the government of Kenya today is going to address the issues of the cost of living, because really that is the only conversation. The contents of the finance bill are making it more difficult and will make it more difficult if implemented, even with the amendments which were announced. And therefore, as we go to Tuesday, how I pray that the leader, the political class, is going to be sensitive and listen to what Kenyans are asking for. The Gen Zs are expressing what Kenyans really are expressing and what they are feeling. And therefore, they're expecting their government to be sensitive. We are looking for servant leadership, not people who think because we said it, wataichukua. It is a tough time for Kenya today.